Bond brought them together, and now Dame Judi Dench and one of her Skyfall co-stars, Ben Wishaw, are reunited on stage in a new work by the screenwriter of the latest 007 film, the play Peter and Alice, which opens next week. It's the story of a real-life encounter between Alice Liddell, who inspired the character of Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Llewellyn-Davies, the boy behind Peter Pan. Well, this afternoon I met Dame Judi to talk to her about her role, about ageing, and whether there's anything at all she wouldn't actually do. Judi Dench, it's a really interesting piece because it's sort of the ultimate fantasy, and yet it actually happened. These two people met, but not as Peter Pan and Alice, but in a quite different age and in reality.
They did. They met, I presume by mistake, really, at Charles Bumpers's bookshop in 1932, where she was opening, Alice Liddell Hargreaves was opening an exhibition about Alice in Wonderland. And that's where they met. So, and this, as John Logan has taken, this, you know, this actual meeting that really happened, and he has written what might well have happened between them.
Now,
what's your name?
Peter Davies.
All of it?
Peter Llewellyn-Davies.
Peter Pan?
There were 5 of us.
Well, this is rich.
I suppose so.
And a little bizarre. Were you planning on telling me?
No, actually, I wasn't intending.
No, well, of course not. But how can you help being who you are?
And how can you?
Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan. We're practically our own children's book department.
The boy was 30 and Alice was 80.
Yes.
And the extraordinary thing is that what you think might end in fairies and sort of mysticism and the rest of it ends in the horrible, sort of harsh reality of discussing the First World War and death generally.
And many other things, yes. And yes, in the course of both their lives.
And I mean, how do you retain it? I mean,
good question.
I have difficulty.
Please don't ask me.
I'm a good few years younger than you.
Please don't ask me. I don't know how I retain it. I take that wonderful thing called IQ every morning, because somebody told, the master from Wonderland told me about it ages ago, and he said, "Oh, you should take that for your memory. It's wonderful."
It seems to be working aggressively.
Took it ever since.
Because you seem to be up for anything. I mean, new work. You're an adventurous actress, and in a sense, that seems to have fended off both age and some of the sort of hamminess that sometimes grips some of the old male actors.
I expect it's just round the corner.
No.
I'm afraid. But you know, it is more difficult, of course, to remember, to retain something. But it's really a question of kind of retaining the story. As I was coming here on my bicycle, I wondered, what wouldn't she do? And then I thought, well, supposing they made a film of Danny Boyle's opening of the Olympics. I guess if they had to find a queen to chuck out of a helicopter, she'd do it. Would you? I think I would have done it. A strap to somebody, I think I might have done it. Wasn't it wonderful, that scene?
Fantastic.
I just thought it was wonderful.
But you see, when the camera came round the back of the Queen's head, when she was sitting at her desk, I thought it was you. I thought, I bet it's her. And it wasn't, it was actually the Queen.
Wasn't it? Such a good sport.
Do you have time for an ambition?
An ambition?
On stage or on film?
No, I just
You'll
like
take
to go
what
on
comes.
doing it. Yes, and something different. And goodness knows this play is different. So the most different thing is what, you know, is what I like to do best.
Off stage, are you still a Quaker?
Yes.
Do you practice?
You're going to ask me, have I been I haven't been preaching so shamefully for such a long time. I only said it about 3 days ago. I thought, good grief, I must go. I will. The wonderful thing about the Quakers is they know that you'll do it when you can, you know, you're not sleeping in on a Sunday.
Does it inform you? Are you a peacenik?
Yes. I think it informs everything I do. But I don't...
Flaunt it?
No. But I couldn't be without it.
Judi Dench, thank you very much indeed for talking to us.
Thank you.